The movie starts on a plane where Elliot Kintner, the father of Ridley, is traveling with her. Elliot was a lawyer by profession who worked for Odell Leopold, a wealthy CEO of a pharmaceutical company. He was suffering from late-stage cancer and wanted to make Elliot the new vice president of the company. Elliot did not have a good relationship with his daughter after the death of his wife. After landing, Elliot hired a car to go to Odell's house. Elliot was very excited. While driving, he got a call from Odell. Odell was getting angry because they were an hour late. Elliot apologized. Due to signal issues, they could not talk properly. Elliot had a dust allergy and began to sneeze, losing his attention while driving. Because of this, his car struck something. When they looked outside through the mirror, they saw a unicorn. They came near the unicorn, and when Ridley touched its horn, she felt some type of connection with it. But at the same time, Elliot took a rod from the back of the car and began to strike the unicorn. Ridley tried to stop him, but Elliot did not stop and killed the unicorn. While doing this, the unicorn's blood splashed on Ridley's face and Elliot's eyes. Then they put the body of the unicorn in the back of the car and went to Odell's house. When they reached Odell's house, they met Odell and Odell's son, Shepard. Shepard told Ridley that there was something on her face. Elliot told Ridley to go to the washroom and wash her face. While Ridley was in the washroom, in the meeting room, Odell told Elliot that he had accepted his approaching death and believed that only Elliot could handle the business after him. Elliot gave him a lot of business proposals. Elliot was struggling to read the papers with his glasses on. When he removed the glasses, he was surprised that he could clearly see the paper without them. Odell said he wanted to spend more time with Ridley and Elliot before signing the paper. In the washroom, when Ridley looked at her face in the mirror, she was surprised to see that her acne was gone. She realized that her acne had disappeared because of the unicorn's blood. She wanted to tell Elliot, but Elliot did not listen to her and told her that Odell wanted to spend some time with them before signing the papers, so they had to stay there. While they were discussing this, they heard a loud noise coming from the yard. They ran towards it. All of Odell's family members were gathered there. They saw that a unique creature was inside Elliot's car and had broken the mirror of the car. Even the guard was surprised to see such a creature. The guard shot the unicorn. Everyone was wondering about the creature. Ridley said that it was obvious that it was a baby unicorn. Elliot thought it was no longer right to hide the truth, so he told everything to Odell about how the unicorn had struck their car and how he killed it with a rod, and splashes of blood fell on them. Ridley said that her acne disappeared when the unicorn's blood splashed on her face. Elliot also said that after the blood splashed on him, he did not sneeze at all, even though he had a dust allergy, and while reading the papers, his eyesight had also become normal. Hearing that, Odell and his family decided to use the unicorn for personal benefit, but they told Elliot they would use it for NGOs and for the benefit of others. However, in Odell's heart, he only wanted to cure his cancer using the unicorn. At night, Elliot came to Ridley's room and asked her what she felt when she touched the unicorn's horn. Ridley told him that she had felt some kind of connection with the unicorn, a very strong connection. Ridley told Elliot that Odell's family looked greedy, so they should release the unicorn and return home. But Elliot told her that his promotion would be stopped if he showed such behavior. Ridley told Elliot to get out of her room. After this, Ridley was looking at her family pictures. While looking at one of them, she saw a picture of a unicorn behind her mother. Then she started researching the history of unicorns. She read that kings had once wanted to hunt unicorns, but despite all efforts, they could not do so. So with the help of a pure-hearted girl, they killed a unicorn. Then, the unicorn was used as a royal servant. After the French Revolution, the stories changed and unicorns were considered monstrous creatures. After meeting with Ridley, Elliot went outside where he talked with Odell's son. While they were talking, they heard very strange noises from the forest around. Meanwhile, in her room, Ridley was reading and researching about unicorns. She also heard the strange noises. After that, Ridley went to sleep. She saw a very horrifying dream in the forest. When she woke up, she saw a man wearing a scientific suit who took her to a lab where Elliot was also present. The scientists were hired by Odell, and they were checking Elliot and his daughter because unicorn blood had splashed on them. Odell had hired two very brilliant scientists. One's name was Dr. Song, and the other's was Dr. Batia. Dr. Song was giving a presentation that unicorn blood and horns could heal a person. Dr. Batia said that unicorn horns release bioelectrochemical signals, and to confirm this, they had to perform an experiment. After discovering that unicorn horns could heal diseases, it was first tested on Odell because he was suffering from late-stage cancer. Ridley was seeing all this and went to the back of the house where there was a forest, and she started to feel something strange. She heard loud noises from the forest and went back. Odell thanked Elliot for helping him because he was the one who brought a unicorn to his house. Ridley was sitting in a hall when Shepard, Odell's son, came there. Ridley told him about her research, and Shepard gave her his printer so she could present her research in visual form. After that, they could show the visual research to his parents. When Shepard looked in the hallway, he saw his father standing without a wheelchair. It meant that his cancer was being healed by the unicorn blood or horn. Everyone was very shocked to see this. Dr. Song said that unicorn blood might be a cure for cancer. Odell told Song that he should replicate the cells of the animal. But Dr. Song replied that this animal could not be reproduced. Despite everything, Belinda, Odell's wife, decided that they would sell the product. Since the supply was low, the product would be more valuable, and they could sell it at higher prices due to its limited quantity. Ridley warned them that this was dangerous. Thousands of years ago, those who hunted unicorns were brutally killed by them. But Odell, his family, and even Elliot, Ridley's father, did not take her seriously. In anger, she left the house and sat in the car. She saw strange lights in the sky. When Dr. Bhatia and Dr. Song were taking the unicorn's body to the headquarters, they were passing through the tunnel which was made to take unicorns safely to headquarters. They heard dangerous sounds from outside. Dr. Bhatia's device showed strong bioelectrochemical signals. Suddenly, a unicorn appeared outside the tunnel and stabbed Dr. Song with its horn. Shepard and Elliot were terrified when they saw this. Odell also saw that and told Shepard to come back quickly. Elliot fell down and Shepard ran away. Elliot stood up and told Ridley to get back into the car. As she returned, suddenly the unicorn appeared in front of Ridley's car. Ridley ran and hid in a small space behind a wooden door. The unicorn followed Ridley and stood near the wooden door, beginning to rub its head on the door. Ridley realized that the unicorn did not want to harm her. The unicorn's horn glowed when it came close to Ridley. Elliot, seeing this, was shocked. When Ridley tried to touch the unicorn's horn, a guard suddenly shot at it. To save its life, the unicorn ran toward the forest. Ridley then argued with her father, saying she had been telling the truth and now they were in danger. Odell asked her to explain everything. Ridley said she felt a connection with the unicorn. Belinda said that this was why the unicorn did not harm her. Ridley explained that they should return the baby unicorn because its parents had come to retrieve it. Elliot also tried to convince Odell that he and Ridley should return home and take the baby unicorn with them. But Odell, upset by Elliot's behavior, said he could no longer be his partner. Odell said they would capture the other unicorns and exploit them. To avoid losing his job, Elliot agreed with Odell's plan. Odell and Elliot, along with some guards, went to the forest to hunt the injured unicorn. Meanwhile, Ridley again sat in the car, intending to leave, but realized she could not abandon her father. She got out and saw the same colorful lights in the sky, but this time she saw something forming. She went inside and looked through her research. She discovered that unicorns could heal themselves. Realizing the wounded unicorn could recover, she messaged her father, warning him to be careful. On the other hand, Shepard told Dr. Bhatia to continue the research so that the work of his fellow scientists would not go to waste. Ridley asked the butler, Griff, if there was a way to contact Elliot and Odell because she wanted to warn them that unicorns could heal themselves. In the forest, Odell and Elliot were attacked by a unicorn. The unicorn killed one of the guards. Odell, Elliot, and the remaining guards panicked and began shooting. The unicorn killed all the guards one by one. Elliot and Odell ran and tried to hide, but the unicorn caught up to them. Odell ran toward his house, but before reaching it, he was surrounded by unicorns. He tried to approach them, attempting to touch their horns, hoping to take one, but the unicorns stabbed him with their horns, and he died instantly. After this, the butler quickly shut the door. Ridley tried to return the baby unicorn to its parents, but everyone stopped her. Then the unicorn manipulated the electrical systems, and the power went out. Ridley suggested they return the baby unicorn if they wanted to survive. Belinda said they could not open the door because it was electric. Belinda and her son wanted the butler to go outside and return the unicorn, but he refused. So, Dr. Bhatia and Elliot were given the responsibility. Dr. Bhatia placed the unicorn's horn in a glass bottle. She then told Elliot that they should think about themselves now, because the others were selfish, self-obsessed, and uncaring. They needed to act to save their own lives. Belinda took the horn with her, while Dr. Bhatia took the baby unicorn to its parents. But when the unicorn parents realized that the horn on the baby unicorn was missing, they became enraged and chased after Dr. Bhatia. They killed her and tore her body in two. Shepard had been using unicorn horn powder as a drug and had become addicted. While reading Ridley's research, he realized that Ridley could control the unicorns. He told his mother they should use Ridley to hunt these unicorns. Elliot did not want to put his daughter in danger and said he would resign. Then they heard loud noises. The unicorns were stabbing at the door, and the house was collapsing. The unicorns stormed the house. Everyone was running, trying to survive. Elliot and Ridley hid inside a room, but Shepard and his mother were still outside, hiding. Belinda told her son to return the horn. But Shepard ran with his mother. carrying the glass bottle containing the unicorn horn. He told his mother the horn powder had made him intelligent. But when they looked at the glass bottle, the horn was gone. Ridley realized that her father had taken it. Ridley asked her father what he was thinking when he took the horn. Her father said that he was thinking about her. He wanted to save her because he had promised her mother to give her everything she wanted. By saving her, he would fulfill his promise to her mother. Shepard and Belinda were hiding when they heard the noise of the unicorn. They went to the kitchen to see it, but unfortunately, his mother, Belinda, was caught by the unicorn and was brutally killed in front of her son. Seeing this, Elliot pushed Ridley outside and closed the door. Ridley slammed the door, shouting for her father not to do that. While Ridley was running toward her car, Shepard came behind her with a crossbow and told her to come with him while pointing the crossbow at her. Meanwhile, Elliot was running with the horn in his hand to save his life. The unicorn was chasing him to kill him. Shepard ordered Ridley to sit on the floor in front of the baby unicorn while he sat behind it with the arrow. Ridley tried to stop him, but he told her that he knew what to do. Ridley became frightened when she saw a black unicorn coming towards her, but the unicorn did not harm her. Instead, it placed its head in Ridley's lap and laid down. Seeing this, Shepard came and bound the feet of the unicorn with a rope. Ridley pleaded with him to let her go. Elliot arrived with the baby unicorn's horn in his hand, and another unicorn was slowly following him. Seeing this, Shepard told Elliot that they would be 50-50 partners in this business. The other unicorn looked at Ridley and moved closer to her, then also lay down, placing its head in Ridley's lap. Ridley gently brushed her hand over the unicorn. Shepard quickly tied the legs of this unicorn and told Elliot he had done a good job bringing the second unicorn there. Hearing this, Ridley looked at her father. Elliot moved toward Shepard and stabbed him with the horn. Shepard, in return, stabbed Elliot with an arrow. The unicorn tied with ropes near Ridley began to growl and tried to free itself. Ridley got up, came to her father, and was very scared to see him like that. Shepard, lying near the unicorn, tried to reach his crossbow on the floor, saying he needed the horn and flesh of the unicorn. As he got up, he was shocked to see the unicorn growling in the ropes near him. The unicorn kicked him with its leg, and he fell to the ground and died. On the other side, Ridley was panicking, seeing her father dying. Her father asked what the unicorn showed her when she touched the horn. Ridley said she did not know clearly, but it felt like she was swept in a current. It was like a river taking her somewhere. Elliot breathed heavily and said that maybe she was right. With that, he died. Ridley began to sob and cry while lying on the chest of her father. The unicorns growled while looking at her, and then looked at each other. One of the unicorns stepped towards her father and pulled him by the shirt, dragging him close to the baby unicorn's body. The other unicorn placed the horn of the baby unicorn near its body. Ridley was crying while looking at them. Both unicorns sat down and joined their horns. Their horns began to shine with a red-orange light, and a black air with lightning surrounded their horns. Ridley was speechless to see this. She saw how the broken horn reattached to the head of the baby unicorn, and her father's wound began to heal. Her father opened his eyes and saw a place like a galaxy surrounded by colorful lights. He began to move away from the unicorns. The baby unicorn also got up. The parent unicorns fell to the ground due to the lightning coming out of their horns striking them. After that, all three unicorns got up and ran away into the jungle. Ridley happily moved towards her father and hugged him. When the police came, they thought Ridley and her father were the killers. They tried to explain their story, but the police did not believe them and arrested them, carrying them in the police car. As the police car was moving along the road, they saw the baby unicorn running alongside it, proving that Ridley and her father were telling the truth. Elliot looked at the unicorn and waved. Both Ridley and Elliot saw something in the unicorn's eye and smiled, realizing it was going to free them from the police. Elliot tightly held Ridley. Both of them smiled at each other. The unicorn kicked the car with its horn.